What's up guys, CaRyptic here, and for today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys another story. And for this one, it's going to be kind of funny, kind of scary, a bit of a mixed bag. I'm going to be telling you guys one of the most intense shroom experiences I've seen anybody have. This is about my homie I did some shrooms with. I had a good time, but clearly, well, he had a good time at first, but it just escalated. Let's say that, it escalated, okay? So I'm just going to get into the story. So one day, me and my homie were talking, and every couple months, every couple weeks, it's not a set time. We don't do it every month. Let's go do shrooms, bitch. But like every now and again, when we have the same day off and stuff, we'll hit each other up. Hey, want to do some shrooms? Cool, hell yeah, let's do it. This is one of those days, right? So I hit up my plug, I get the shrooms, and bro, before I get into it, these were the most blue, almost black mushrooms. If you guys know, psilocybin mushrooms bruise blue whenever you like pinch them or anything. These were the bluest. I mean, they looked fucking crazy. And just looking at them, I was like, oh yeah, these are going to be strong. Oh boy, was I right. like they just look crazy. Like, when you get some fire weed and you look at it, you're like, ooh, I just know this shit's going to fuck me up. It was the same with these mushrooms. I looked at them like, oh, these are going to be just fucking ridiculously strong. So I'll go over to my homie's house. I think it's about like 3 or 4, maybe 5 by the time I go over there. I don't know, we just usually do it at night. That was always kind of like the way we did it. Anytime we did Molly, mushrooms, anything like that, we usually did it towards the end of the night. I don't know, just what we did. So I go over his house. Before we do the mushrooms, we actually smoke a couple blunts. We're hanging out. And I think, like I said, 6:30 or something rolls around. And we're like, all right, it's time. Anyway, so we open up this bag and we start munching them down. A straight munch. On some Ice Spice shit. That motherfucker a munch. No, I'm just fucking around. But we sat there and we ate it. I think we chased it with a Pepsi. I don't know why I remember that specifically, but I remember we chased these mushrooms with a Pepsi. And mushrooms aren't necessarily gross to the point where you gag. It's just like the texture. Some mushrooms will either have a super dry texture and you chew it up, it kind of turns to dust. But these are like chewy, almost like chewing on rubber. I prefer the dust ones because I hate the ones you guys sit there and chew and chew. You're working out your fucking jaw muscle. I'm not a chewing guy. So we get them down. I believe we did 3.4 each. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Just a little bit under an eighth. We both did 3.4 grams. And I remember this was crazy because we usually only do like 2 grams, 2.5 grams. So I was looking at that, but I was down. I was still down. I was just thinking, I'm like, this is going to be an intense experience. So let's just fast forward to when we start experiencing it because like the first beginning hours of it weren't too bad. We're sitting there watching Hulu, watching American Dad, Family Guy, having a good time, laughing, you know what I mean? Like, for the first 2 to 3 hours, everything was chill. And then all of a sudden, I can kind of see his demeanor changing a little bit. He's starting to talk less. I can start to see it, And I can't remember exactly what we were doing. We were hanging out for a while, but just out of nowhere, right? He gets up, he's like, all right, bro, I'm going to head to bed, man. I'm getting a little tired. And I looked, it was only like 8:30 or, yeah, it wasn't even 9 yet. So I was thinking, damn, it's not late. I was like, whatever, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Because we were having a good time up to that point. We were laughing, giggling, and he went to bed. I was like, oh, shit, well, all right, I just enjoy this mushroom trip by myself. Like, I was having a good time. I was having a really good time. I don't know why I specifically remember this, but I remember this exact date because the day we did these mushrooms, Bashar al-Assad was overthrown, and I remember looking at it on mushrooms like, damn, this is... Like, anytime I've ever done mushrooms or Molly, I swear to God, a major political event happens. Like, I remember one time I did Molly one night, and that was the same night Shinzo Abe got assassinated. Like, I swear to God, every time I do, like, some sort of psychedelic, major political events always end up happening. So I'm chilling out in the living room by myself, having a good time, watching Hulu, watching YouTube. I had the giggles. I was having a good-ass time. And then I hear my homie call me into the room. I was like, oh, shit, I wonder if he needs me to get something for him or he just has a question. And I went in there, and he looked at me, and he's like... I see he was breathing hard. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? He's like, you're scared too, right? Are you having a bad trip too? I was like, no. And he was like almost trying to convince me that I was having a bad trip too. I was like, no, I'm chilling, man. You good? He's like, no, man, no, I feel weird. Like I don't feel right. And like, I remember trying to calm him down. Like, man, you good. You just did mushrooms. Like, you're fine. You'll come down in a minute. I'm chilling. We did the same exact amount. I'm chilling, bro. Like, just calm down. I remember he asked me this question that was just so crazy to hear because I've never heard or seen somebody this fucked up on mushrooms where they can't really discern reality. I remember he asked me, am I going to be like this forever? Am I dying? And I heard that and like I'm really, really good at controlling myself on psychedelics, really good. And I remember like thinking to myself, I was like, okay, there's either two, I can either kind of like go into a full panic, trying to calm him down to freak myself out. And then I have this other option where I'm really good. I'm not tripping out. Let me stay in this room with him and calm him down. So that's what I did. I stayed in the room with him. We turned on the TV, and we're just sitting there talking, trying to calm him down. He kept asking me, like, he asked me like 2 or 3 times, "Are we gonna be like this forever? Am I gonna be like this forever?" I'm like, "Dude, I promise you, you're good, bro. You're good." I was like, I'm already starting to come down. I low-key kind of wish I had more. If I had more, I'd eat some right now. He's like, "You're fucking crazy." So he kept casting like some weird questions. Most of them were like, "Am I gonna last forever?" And I remember I kept trying to snap him out of it just by like either pointing stuff out on TV, like say a Family Guy was on, or just something like that. I just try to get his, like, whenever someone's tripping like that, the best thing to do is kind of get him into like not a super deep conversation, something just really light, like a TV show. And remember, I got that, and I was able to get him on a different thought path and able to calm him down for a minute. And so I stayed in that room for about maybe 45 minutes. Yeah, about 45 minutes. And around the 45, 50-minute mark, I could see he was starting to sober up and come to. And he was like, I'm feeling better, man. I'm going to head to sleep. You can go back out in the living room. I'm good, man. So we did a massive, 3.4 isn't even really a massive amount. That's kind of just a regular dose. But these mushrooms were fucking fire. We did some mushrooms. I had a good time. But apparently he had a terrible reality ending event. This motherfucker got Thanos snapped in his mind. Like, I don't fucking know, bro. But that was crazy. I've never seen somebody that fucked up on mushrooms before. Like I said, where they can't really discern reality and where they feel like a drug is going to last forever. I've been a little bit like on a weird thought space on psychedelics, but I've never been that fucked up. Like anytime I've ever done psychedelics like that, I'm still there enough to know that I'm on a substance and I will come down. Like anytime I've ever started to sort of freak out on psychedelics, there's always like a sober me inside of me that's like, "Oh, you took a substance, it's not gonna kill you, you're good, let's just chill, smoke some weed, and watch some queso on Twitch, and everything will be alright." But no, I just want to share the story with you guys. I thought it was funny, I guess, and kind of scary. Yeah, mushrooms are really fun. I don't mean, that sounds really bad. Mushrooms are fun, do them. I mean, they are fun, but they're illegal too, and I'm not going to encourage you to do them, but they are fun, and they're not as dangerous as other substances. Mushrooms and weed are the 2 drugs I pretty much only do now. I mean, I do Molly and shit, but we're not going to talk about that. Those are pretty much the main 2 that I do. But I just want to share that story with you guys. I thought it was, like I said, scary and kind of funny. And I want to share this experience with you guys and ask if any of you guys have had this experience with anybody on mushrooms. I hope not, because it wasn't like a PTSD inducing moment or nothing, but it was just like when you're on psychedelics and you're trying to calm somebody else down, you're like, it's like a mission, you know what I mean? You got to get to checkpoint to checkpoint. But yeah, that was a story I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching it. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what other type of videos you guys want to see. Later.